My name's
Okay,
Debbie.
we'll do it again. Really slowly.
I lost my son Dustin.
Really slowly.
Here. I lost my son Dustin in 2014. I then founded the Dusty Roads program. Since its inception in 2015, I've placed over 500 people into rehab. One of them's here today as our speaker. We're going to go ahead and get started. And Karen Donnelly, our state's attorney, is going to come up and give us some information on the recently formed Lake South County Drug Court.
Good morning, everybody, or I should say, yes, good morning. I want to thank everybody for being here. It's a great show. It's Streator, and I'm proud to be from this area. And if it weren't for everybody here, these ladies up here, I wouldn't know about what's going on in DeSalle County. Debbie educated me to what is going on in the crisis in DeSalle County. As I'm sure everybody here is aware, we are the 5th highest county in the state of Illinois for overdoses. That's not a record we should be proud of, folks. That's 102 counties, and we're number 5. So we have to do something about this crisis, and we have to end the stigma. We have to make everybody comfortable with coming forward saying, I have a problem and I need help. To help this along, we have created the first LaSalle County Drug Court, which I hope to start November 1st of this year. There were a lot of hard work and dedication. Through the hard work and dedication of my office staff, we have written for 2 grants from the federal government and from the state of Illinois that we hope to get, so it will not be a single penny out of your tax dollars. With that being said, we are hoping to get it started November 1st of this year. We have a full support staff and crew helping us out. We have Judge Rapulio, who will be our drug judge. We have my office that is pushing this along. And our steering committee has been meeting each month to get this going along. And I want to extend my invitation to everybody up here to be a part of my steering committee, because we can't do this alone. I can't say I have the answers. But with the support of everybody behind me and you out in the audience, we can make this a good thing. We can make it help the county. We can help the people who have an addiction. So I don't want to take up any more time. It's going to be a busy, full day. But I just want to thank everybody, and I need the community support to make this a successful program. So please do all you can, get the word out, and let's make this drug court work and get people the help they need instead of punishing them behind bars. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Michelle Cadillac. She's a former client of Dusty Roads. She's doing wonderful things with her life. How long do you have clean? 2.5 years clean. Let's give her a hand.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So everyone, I'm just going to start off there with me, please. I've been super nervous for the last week straight. This is actually my first speaker meeting, even though I went every day for the first year, and as everybody else, I kind of just got busy, got a job, got a second job, got a daughter. So I was starting to go last week, so I'm in contact with my sponsor, mentor, people from the group. I do a lot of haircuts with people in the group still. But let me just kind of start before I start jumping around. I continue that. I kind of planning out your narrative statement. I'm just going to share my whole story with everybody, and hopefully it can help somebody out there, or someone who can relate to it or connect with it, or something that just kind of hits home. I was in a really, really dark place for about 7-8 years. 5 years of that, it was really dark. I was miserable. I was in a really toxic, abusive, physically, mentally relationship. I was withdrawing from my family, just moving away. I wasn't working. I was pretty much living out in Chicago, not on the street. dog, but I've done everything under the sun. And I had a relatively like normal childhood when I was little. You know, I have two older sisters. My mom and dad were together. They got divorced after about 21 years of marriage, but relatively normal. I was like anybody in high school, partying a little bit. I was drinking here and there. Then the whole cocaine thing came in this way. I just started hanging out with them. Okay, sorry. There we go. I can hear it now. Kind of started hanging out with the wrong crowd. And I remember looking back, you know, my family, my parents didn't want me doing it. They warned me about certain people, you know, be civil and nice to everyone, but watch me to kind of hang out with. I wasn't hearing that. I wanted to party. I wanted to stay up. I wanted to be at all the, you know, whatever, big parties. So fast forward some time. After I graduated dental assistant school, I did that for about 5 years on and off. During that time, I got with my ex, and we were together for about 8 years. It was very toxic. We were using drugs together. We had about a year and a half in there where we didn't party and didn't do drugs, and I really did care about him and loved him with all my heart, vice versa, but it got really bad. We got introduced to this person, and he was a retired Army vet, and he had oxys, fentanyl patches, Adderall, anything we basically wanted. So it just got really, really bad. I lost everything. I didn't know who I was as a person anymore. You know, and I don't think anyone wakes up with plans to become a drug addict. You know, and that's how I should have actually started this story. I'm Michelle, and I'm an addict. Always felt hi. But yeah, so let's just say I was in a dark place. You know, my mom would beg me to go to rehab, my family would, and I was like, quit asking, it's not going to happen. I was that far gone. I was that miserable. I was just that lost. I didn't know where I was going in life. I wasn't even living. I was simply just existing. And not to come off or sound a certain way, but I was a loser. I was a drug addict. I was a loser. I wasn't a part of society. I had no value in my life. I had no meaning. And I'm full of hope today. I finally had, I tried to get sober a few times. The first couple times it didn't work. Even though I did stay sober for a little while, I still battled it every day. I still fought it. I still wanted to use. I still would think of ways to maybe get it or, you know, whatever, but it was always still on my mind. So that's not freedom. That's not serenity. That's not peace. You're still struggling with it. You're still wanting to do it. But you try to stay sober for the ones you love, for your family, so on and so forth. So about a year and a half after that, I was in my bathroom, and it might sound cliche, but I literally looked in the mirror, and I was super skinny. I wasn't happy. I looked miserable, and I said to myself out loud, I'm like, I'm miserable. I look disgusting. I'm not happy. I've lost all my real friends. I'm not close with any of my family anymore. I lost my dental assisting job. I'm doing nothing with my life. So I finally kind of broke down. I had like a moment of clarity, spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it, but I remember that day like it was yesterday. It was like a warm feeling that overcame my entire body, and it was almost like I just got woken up. And I thank God every day for that day because it changed everything. Debbie has been amazing. She's the one who helped me get into treatment. How that happened is like finally, after my mom begging me, after years and years of asking me to go, I finally said, I need help. I need to stop being so stubborn and saying, oh, I'll quit next year, or I'll try to quit maybe in 6 months, or I'll only do it for a couple days. I've been sober for 6, maybe I can just do it for a couple days and quit again. It doesn't work that way. I tried an easier, softer way, and it just doesn't work. I wanted more out of my life again. I wanted to get the old me back, but a new and improved me at the same time. So I called my mom, and she thought I was joking. I was like, hey, Mom, I just got off the phone with Chestnut. It's a detox center. I'm like, I'm going to go to rehab. And she's like, okay, really, why are you calling me? And I was like, no, I'm really going to go. So, to think back, now that I have a daughter, and she's the #1 blessing in my life, to everything that I put my mom through, it still really chokes me up sometimes when I talk about it, because to be a mom, it has to be so scary to go through something like that, and we lose people every day because of this. And it's a really sad thing, and it just tears families apart, and I would never want to go through that with my daughter. It would kill me. And my heart goes out to everyone that's lost a family member or a friend to this. it needs to stop, and unfortunately, I don't think the drugs are ever going to go anywhere, but if we stand together as a community and be a friend and be a neighbor and just try to help people and support people, it can happen. I never thought I would ever get back to my old self. I thought I was just a heroin addict, a loser, junkie, that didn't matter to anybody in this world or society. I just thought it was over for me. But I finally had that breakthrough, and I couldn't be more blessed. So my mom contacted Deb because we had met prior to this. So she's like, my daughter's going to detox, and I need to get her in rehab. I went to detox for 4 days, 3 or 4 days, and they didn't have a rehab ready for me after. And I was like, listen, straight up, I know myself. If I don't go straight into rehab, I'm going to go out and use again. I'm not going to stay sober. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I don't want to. I was sick and tired. I was just over it. I was done with it, but I didn't know how to get there by myself. So my mom called Deb. She did everything she could. She pulled strings. She talked to people. She made it happen. I got in the following day, and the ride up there was nerve-wracking. I was scared to death. I knew I wanted to be there, but I just didn't know what to expect, and I was nervous. But being there, you get the one-on-one therapy, the counseling. They make you address dark, deep-rooted issues, secrets, traumas. I addressed some of the losses that I had in my life. And some of my family knows the whole story, but they don't know every detail. They don't know about every overdose that I had. They don't remember when I was, this time I was in a hotel room and I was shooting dope and I was shooting cocaine as well. And I remember my heart started to beat really, really, really fast. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be the time, this is it. Like, I'm going to die. I could feel it. My heart wasn't right. And I started to pour sweat. And I just started thinking about my mom and my family. And it was really scary. But you start thinking about all that stuff and it was just crazy. And I just laid on the bed and I tried to just calm myself down, and I was like, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. And by the grace of God, obviously, after about 20, 25 minutes of sweating and not being able to breathe right, I pulled through. But as sick as we are when we're in our addiction, I continue to use. But that was kind of an eye-opener for me as well. There is hope if you want it bad enough. You can do it. If you just need, you gotta ask for the help. But you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm living proof. Thank God for my mom, for Debbie, for my family, for Dan. He's been a great mentor, friend to me. He actually took me under his wing when I went down to LPO at HS in LaSalle. That's my home group, and I felt more than welcome there, and it was a very warm welcome. But the help's out there, and if you want to put a little work into it, you can do it, because like I said, I was done living that way. I wanted more. Since I've been sober, things have been amazing for me. I've been very blessed, but I've put in a lot of work as well. I did dental assisting, like I said, for about 5 years on and off. So after I got out of rehab and all that good stuff, I was like, okay, what was I born for? What is my purpose? Was I meant to do anything? Was I born to do anything? I feel like I'm just kind of lost and I don't know which way to go. So my mom was like, why don't you go to cosmetology school? She's like, you've always loved doing hair and makeup, so on and so forth. So I was like, no, I'm going to go. I'm going to give it a whirl because I really did enjoy that stuff. Now I've been a hairstylist for about 3 years. It's been amazing. I work at a really good salon here in town. I have one at home as well. I have a beautiful baby girl that means the world to me, and she's my biggest motivator. She's just my number one, and I couldn't imagine life without her. And my mom's been a total rock for me, and I've had a great support system. And now, recently, about 5 months ago, I also became a market partner with Monade, which is the number one hair care product as far as natural hair care in the world and in the industry. So I'm very blessed to be where I am. I'm grateful. Yes, it's been a little bit of work. I did go see an addiction doctor because I was so scared. After I got sober, I was terrified to relapse again. And I thought the first couple times, oh, I can do this on my own. I thought I'm strong-willed like my dad. I'm just gonna get sober and stay sober. And that's great. If people can do it, that's amazing. Go for it. But I was that terrified from all the things, seeing someone shot right in their car, where I was staying at this little outside restaurant place, to people overdosing, the saving people that were overdosing, to being a thief, to being just just being a shitty human being. That's what I was, and I knew that wasn't me deep down inside. So it's doable. The help's out there. I wanted more, and anything's possible in this life. I hope there's people out there that can relate to my story a little bit. I try to be as honest as I can, and as honest and real and open. I'm not going to go into every detail, of course, but I was doing some things I wasn't proud of. Obviously, I had a 300, 400 day habit between the heroin and the cocaine. So that was expensive. I would do it from the time I woke up until the time I passed out. And strip clubs were involved, and that's where I was working, and this and that. And the next step for me would have probably been prostitution. Thank God I didn't get there. It was really close, if I'm being honest, and it's just no way to live. I don't think anybody wants their daughter, sister, friend, ever going down that path. And it's just kind of mind-blowing when I look back, but I think it is crucial just to have faith, keep the hope. Like I said, I tried to get sober the first couple of times, and before I had that moment of clarity, it wasn't working for me. I think everybody's story is different, and everyone goes about it in a different way, but for me personally, I believe that because I don't fight it anymore. I don't battle. I don't struggle. I don't wake up and think about it. I never think about it. I'll never forget it. And I've become a stronger, wiser, stronger person because of everything I've been through. And I have regrets, but then again, I don't, because I am this person today. And I just know that people can get here too if they truly want it. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But everyone does it differently. That's what I was saying. I'm sorry. For me, I needed that spiritual awakening, that moment of clarity, because before I had that, it wasn't working. I think it's crucial. I don't want to say this and sound wrong or come off, but I feel like that has to happen. You have to be connected to that higher power, because in my situation, my higher power freed me of it. It's almost like he hit the reset button for me, where I didn't want to do drugs anymore. I didn't crave drugs anymore. I don't think about them. I don't want to do them. If I do think about them, it makes me sick, and my heart goes out for everyone that's still struggling and battling this. But after Debbie got me into rehab, it was Gateway West, and I almost left a couple times. There was our building and then a fence, and there was crack houses lined up all the way down. And I was so tempted. I'm like, God, I could just leave and crawl under the gate and go get some free drugs. And I had a little cash on me, but it is what it is. But I think I knew I was there for a reason, and I needed to stay, and I had to get talked down a little bit, so I did stay. But I think that rehab is in the perfect spot. That is like a true test of how bad you want it, because it's so close. You can just walk out the front door and go get drugs if you wanted to. So I actually think it's in an amazing location. But yeah, so Debbie's basically saved my life. My mom saved my life. God saved my life. I've saved my own life. I put in the work. Dan has saved my life. He's been more than amazing to me. We relate to a lot. We understand each other. He listens, and he's there whenever I need him to be there. I have a great support system, like I said. And I think that's about it. I don't want to keep rambling. I don't have other people behind me that want to talk and share their story. But again, if you know anybody, or if anyone is out there listening and you were like me saying, fuck no, I'm not going to go to rehab, just stop asking me, it's not going to happen. Just go, keep an open mind. Life can get amazing, and you can actually wake up in the morning and be grateful and feel at peace and feel serene and laugh about the little things and appreciate the little things again. I was miserable and I hated life. I didn't care if I died. That's why I didn't really care about the overdoses. When we heard about the overdoses, we were like, where did they get that dope from? Because we know it's good and we know it's strong, and that's what we wanted. That's how sick it is. So to be there and come to where I am, there's hope for everybody. There's hope if you want to go get the help, like I did. Additionally, I was on some medication. That's okay. That was like a security blanket for me. And that's fine. People do it their own way. Some don't need it, some do. Some might be on it for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. It's different for everybody. But I truly believe that, everybody and anybody that really wants it can get there if you just ask for the help and just put a little forward in. And I think that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you.
If anybody knows me, you know I cry a lot. She said I saved her life. That's not true. She saved her life. The only thing I do is point them in the right direction. They have to work day in, day out to stay in recovery. It's not easy. It's a lifelong process. As you know, I formed Dusty Roads. We work very closely with Julie and Lori and Buddy's Purpose. Then we met Sherry Countryman and we formed Dare to Care. Recently, we've been working Perfectly Flawed, and they're starting a new program for the kids. So I want to have Peggy Kane come up and tell you about it. Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Kane. I am with Perfectly Flawed. I'm the Director of Operations. Luke, our founder, is going to be here a little later, and he won't be here to talk to anybody, but his son's first soccer game was this morning, so I told him that comes first. We're starting a new program September 1st. It will be, applications will be on our website, which is perfectlyflawed.org. It is our way of breaking the cycle for the kids who are affected by parents who have been addicted. And what we are doing is we are partnering with businesses between LaSalle County, Bureau, Putnam. We have 17 so far. The Streator YMCA, McKinney Martial Arts here in Streator have already signed on, but it's going to be music, art, gymnastics, yoga, sports fees, anything like that that we can help with. It will be a grant up to $250 per child per year, and then the business will match that, so some kids could get a year of gymnastics, a year of art lessons. We want them to find their purpose, that there is a different path. And we're so excited that this is going to start September 1st. Please go on our website. Like I said, it's perfectlyflawed.org, or you can email me at team@perfectlyflawed.org, and we're happy to answer any questions. We have a little more info back there on the table. So I will be here, Luke will be here about 1, and we're happy to talk with any of you. Thank you.